Hello and welcome back to episode 72 of Take to the Skies, St Albans FC, and we are one game away from winning the title. So since you were last with us, we've only played 2 games. No, we've only played 1 game. We beat Bolton 1-0 with a goal from Mwanga getting us the win. Today we played Cheltenham in a game which, if we win, we go 5 points clear, at 15 points clear at the top of the league with 4 games to go. So even if we draw today, we go 13 points clear, we've still won the league. Essentially, we've got today, we're going to do Cheltenham and Swindon if we need to win the title, and then we'll have a season review. If we don't win the title in this episode, whoops. But let's get into it. And the lineups try and secure the title. We've got Kennedy in goal, a back three of Phillips, Knox and York. And then we've got Harding, Albrighton, Pring and Louise as the middle four. Wild, Thompson and Bennett as the front three, because Mwanga has picked up a little knock. He's going to be out probably just for the 1 game. But hopefully it won't matter. We'll get the win anyway. Fingers crossed. Let's get into it. Early on, we've got a throw-in for Cheltenham. Pring heads it away, though. Rice does well to collect it and play it back to Gallagher. Priest forward to Lipari. Collins through to McKirk. And McKirk has put Cheltenham 1-0 up. Just 3 minutes into the game. And all of a sudden, we've got a mountain to climb if we want to win the title today. Well, not really a mountain. It's 1 goal. But that was far, far too easy for them on a day where we need to pick up points. Free kick just inside Cheltenham's half here. Priest is stood over it. He plays it short to Brown, who then goes out to Rice on the right-hand side. He gets inside Saki, and he smashes it against the bar. And then Harding manages to clear it before Collins can get to it in the box. Throw in now for St Albans. Louise throws it to Wild and heads it straight back to Louise. Goes to Albrighton, drills the cross in. Harding goes to Pring. Bennett puts it in the back of the net, but it was offside. I did think straight away it looked offside. As, yeah, they've stepped up really well. It's a nice finish from Bennett, but well offside. We've got a free kick with Kennedy now. Plays it short to Phillips and back to Kennedy. We play very patient out from the back. Thompson doesn't manage to win the header, but Pring collects it. Plays it forward to Bennett. Back to Louise. And he can't get across in. Rice is now breaking away with it for Cheltenham. And Pring is getting back to help defend. Stevens now on the right. Chance for a cross here. Pring blocks the cross. And then Louise plays it back to Kennedy, who goes long upfield to Bennett. Forward to Thompson. Forward to Wild. 1-on-1 with the keeper. And there's the equaliser. We are back on track to win the title. But we've still got work to do. But that's a step in the right direction. Very route 1 there for us, which is unusual for us. But Thompson through to Wild. And then he rounds the keeper. Gives him no chance as he equalises. Throw in on the right here, Louise goes to Harding. He's back to Louise. And then forward to Harding, who's got space. Cross goes into the box. It's past everyone though. Bennett collects it on the left-hand side. Finds Pring, whose cross goes into Wild. And Wild hits it, but the keeper with a good save. McKirk with a corner to the far post. Albrighton heads it away. Collected by Collins though. And what's he going to do with it? Gets a shot off, but it's wide of the post. Kennedy with a goal, well, not a goal kick, but a free kick. York then sends it out to Harding on the right-hand side. He goes back to Phillips, and Phillips goes long towards Harding, who manages to head it inside to Wild. Ball through was attempted, but it's straight through to the keeper, a bit too much on it. He then goes long. Lipari has collected the keeper's long ball. McKirk to Collins and Kennedy with a fantastic save to keep us at 1-1. We're going to encourage them as this corner comes in from McKirk. And it's headed away by Phillips. And at half time, it's 1-1. It's been quite an even game so far. They had probably the first 20 minutes or so, then we've come back into it, and then since that, for the last 5 minutes or so, it's been just very level. But I think we're slightly edging the game overall. Hopefully we can find another goal though. 66 minutes gone now as we get the first highlight of the second half. Well, Brighton has nicked it there and has a chance to go into space, but really kills it. York heads down to Harding, and then Phillips goes on. Bennett nods it on to Wild. What can he do? Shot goes off, but it's a bit too easy for the keeper. And we're going to make a change, which is going to be Harding coming off for Laird on the right-hand side. And we'll also send Torre on for Albrighton due to the quite a few yellow cards at the moment. McKirk with a free kick for Cheltenham. Kennedy does really well to claim that out of the air. And he goes down the right, but Brown gets to it before Laird can. And he plays it forward to Collins. Crossfield, but Louise intersects Thompson. Plays it out to Laird on the right. Lots of space to run into here. Chance for a cross. Can he get it in? He does to Wild, who lays it up to Torre, and it's been ruled out for offside. I don't know why. Because Bennett stood in an offside position. And he's right in line with the keeper. 10 minutes to go now as Pring throws it to Thompson. He then plays it back through to Thompson. Cross goes in. Bennett hits the bar. And that is inches from being a goal to put us in the lead. And we're going to make our final change here, which is going to be Wilson coming on for Thompson, who hasn't really impressed today. Bennett struggled, but he's always got a goal in him. So I'm happy to persist with him, especially when there's only just over 5 minutes to go. Kennedy with a goal kick here, plays it short to Phillips, who goes long towards Wilson, but Saki wins the header and gets it down to Andrew. Saki then tries to play it forward. Knox denies him. York goes forward to Bennett. Doesn't win the header when he really should be. Collins plays it forward to Lipari. Where can he go? Gets a shot off, and Kennedy forced into an acrobatic save. It's a corner though, so we are still in danger with McKirk's corner. Sends it in, and it's headed away by Bennett and out for a throw-in, which is going to be taken by Deloney. Throws it to Collins, and then the cross is blocked. We've got a goal kick here with Kennedy playing it short to Phillips. He goes forward to Torre, back to Knox, who then goes long towards Bennett, but Bennett's not even challenging for that one. And then Rice gets a free header. Collins sends it out to the right hand side. Andrew knocks it down to Lipari, and it's been disallowed, and that is us being let off massively. I mean, that is very harsh to rule that out for offside. However, despite getting away with it a bit at the end, we have won the league, and here we come to lift the trophy. And Kennedy's going to be the man that lifts it. I hand it over to him. And St Albans are into League One. What a result. It wasn't pretty. When I say what a result, I mean the season rather than this individual game. We've come away with a draw that's enough to win us the league. We've got the cartwheel from York. And yeah, absolutely fantastic for us to get promoted as champions. Tell them we're champions due to results elsewhere going away. We're not. It's because we did it. But ignoring that. St Albans, champions of League 2. And we are on our way to League 1, where we've got nearly £600,000 to spend. If we can strengthen this team, we'll be absolutely fine. Strikers, I want to get somebody in to partner Bennett. Well, I think Moanga might be the one. Wild, I'm not so convinced on. But we're going to be scouting the Premier League teams for who's being released. And hopefully we can pick up a new strike front three. What we're going to do is we'll skip through the last few games of the season, and we'll come back for a season review. Here we are for the season review sometime later in the day, about 5 hours later. For you, about 3 seconds, if that. We're all good. So the season review, as you can see there, the lovely Sky Bet League 2 Championship. We're not going to pay too much attention to the transfers as usual. They're giving Edward Bennett a C-. He got 23 goals this year. That is exactly why I don't pay much attention to this screen. Outbound, they're fine with the deal to sell Divani. What did they think about? They're fine with the deal to sell Nasingi, despite that it was them that did it. Season results, so they wanted us to finish mid-table. We instead finished top of the league and won the trophy. Average home attendance of 3,679, which is 56% of the stadium, although not technically our stadium. Top scorer in the competition was Edward Bennett. It would have been Divani. In the FA Cup, we reached the third round. We wanted to get to the second round, and we had Lincoln, which was a really tough game, playing a team from the league above us. And then we did get knocked out, but it was to Southampton. Carabao Cup, they wanted us to get to the second round. We ended up going out in the first round, but one of them. Papa John's Trophy, they wanted us to be competitive. We actually got to the third round, which was the quarter-final of our in the south section, which was quite a good run there. I think it was the quarter-final. It was, yeah. So, quite a good run in the Papa John's Trophy. This league form, though, not losing until that Scunthorpe game, although Scunthorpe did beat us twice, which is quite interesting. And to end the season, we came out with 2-0 against Swindon, 2-1 loss to Rochdale, 3-2 win against Wickham, and a 0-0 draw with Colchester on the final day. We finished the league on 97 points, 10 points above Notts County in second. Very comfortable. Our biggest win was a 6-1 win against Northampton back in December. Vukaj getting 2, Divani getting 2, Diallo and O'Rourke getting their goals as well. Match to remember was our 6-3 away win against Lincoln. Hard to argue with that. And our goal of the season going to Mwanga for this goal against Blackpool on the hour mark. This is quite a recent one, but I don't entirely remember it. It definitely wasn't on camera, I know that much. So, we had Laird play a ball forward to Mwanga. And he goes round his... I mean, it's a good goal. Is it goal of the season? Probably not. I'd put the Toure one on, actually. Above that. I think Toure scored... Was it earlier in this episode? I think it was this one against Rochdale, which was off camera. Which I'll just quickly show you, because I think this should have been goal of the season. Because I just think it's a much nicer goal in terms of the way it was hit. So we had Phillips play the ball forward to Laird, who knocks it inside to Toure. Look at that for a strike. That's better than the Mwanga one. I'm sorry, it just is. Reputation hasn't changed much. Our sponsorship stays the same. Broadcast revenue is slightly down, which is surprising because we got to the third round of the FA Cup. Corporate and hospitality nearly doubling, however. In fact, more than doubling. Competition prize money going up absolutely loads because of us winning the league this year. Match day retail going up about 20k as well. And we've also sold nearly £100,000 worth of shirts, with Mwanga, Pring, Daly Campbell, Laird and Albrighton being the top sales. That's an odd one. I'm guessing it's because Divani and Nasingi left. How we lined up? So, we've got Kennedy in goal, Phillips, York and French as the back three. Arguable, maybe French shouldn't be there. He might not be next season. Harding, Albrighton, Pring and Vukaj, no arguments there. Bennett, Nasingi and Thompson. I mean, this is saying Nasingi made 4 appearances off the bench. That's not right. And also saying Thompson ahead of Divani. That's not right. So, very questionable best 11 there. Fans player of the season is Edward Bennett. He's also the young player of the season. Sign of the season was David Kennedy. Bennett's the top goal scorer with 23 goals in all competitions. Also got 14 assists. Nasingi would have been above him on that one. And Divani, to be fair, would have been above him on top goal scorer. But he also gets most player of the matches with 6. Highest average rating is 7.1. And also we have a new record for worst discipline. Tommy York, 16 yellow cards and a red card. But he is very good, and we're hoping he doesn't sign a new contract in West Ham and will come to us this year. Highest transfer fee paid for Mwanga, nearly £40,000 for him. However, it was to replace Nsingi, who we sold for 2.1 million, and that can rise as high as 3.9 million. So definitely something that was worth doing. As you know, League 2 champions, done that, completed it, mate. And we are on the way to the to League 1. The new board having fairly similar expectations. They want us to fight bravely against relegation, so that they're kind of expecting relegation. Hopefully that won't be the case, especially because we've got nearly 600k to spend. I don't plan to use all that, but I plan to invest well and make sure we get good players that can get us through. I probably will be looking at Davani and Nsingi to see if we can get them back on loan. Nsingi is very unlikely. Davani we may be able to get back. But other than that, I think Bennett's contract expired. No, he's there for another year, but we've already secured him on loan for another year as well. And then York, his contract is due to expire, so we'll be looking to grab him. I've already spotted a couple of youngsters that I'm interested in. So we've got all these guys coming in: Guerrera, Murray, Clark, Akinola, Hill and Jones. Akinola is an option up front, although that finishing needs sorting. He's going to be the pressing forward at the moment. And then, who is the other? This guy, Dylan Jones. Although he's only 2-star at the moment, potential looks very good. We can't see it at the moment, but well, it's 4.5 star. He's already got 15 finishing. That alone justifies signing him for me. And then we've got a couple of centre-backs who look like they're going to be very good. Even if they don't become first-team players, they're free transfers. We'll still be able to get some money in for them. And I've also been lining up a guy from St Mirren, Greg McShane, who looks very good. I'm hoping he doesn't sign a new contract with these guys, because at the moment it would cost me 400,000 in compensation. I don't want to pay that, so I'm hoping we'll be able to sign him when his contract fully expires, which it may well have done now from the looks of that. And hopefully we'll be able to bring him in. If you have enjoyed that, please do leave a like down below. Comment what you think we need to strengthen throughout the summer. And can we survive in League 1? Do we stick with the 3-4-3? Let me know what you think. I think I'm going to stick with it at first and see how it goes. Subscribe if you are enjoying the content on the channel. And thank you very much for watching.